happening, guys? It's your boy Uncle P. Another episode of Uncle P's podcast. I told you guys we're gonna be busy, man. We're gonna be busy. Guys, listen. If this video doesn't scare you, I did a Mkoko video, and I know you guys have watched it and you guys have been commenting. Let me show you why videos like that should trend, and you should really put it in people's faces. Watch.
A border that's barely there. This is South Africa's northern boundary, a meager wire fence, its first defense of sovereignty, as its citizens rage against illegal immigration. So this is the border fence, and this is no man's land, dividing South Africa from Zimbabwe, and people are clearly moving between the two very easily. How are you?
I'm fine.
Are you coming from Zim?
Yes.
When did you come? So it's very casual.
When did you come? She's literally walking from Zim into South Africa, listening to music with a loudspeaker. Guys, she's walking. That lady walked from South Africa into Zim. She walked over the border, crossed over the fence. This one is walking into SA with a loudspeaker. She has no luggage, she's nothing, miniskirt, walking into SA.
People just seem to be coming and going as they please. The Limpopo River runs dry up to 8 months of the year. An easy crossing for people and goods, moving in and out of Zimbabwe, unhampered by border patrols.
I'm crossing illegal because there's no border here. I don't know. I'm not afraid to say this.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to say this. I'm crossing illegal here because there's no immigration or whoever. You can't stop someone suffering. They have to find any means to come find food.
A few miles from the border are shelters housing those that...
They're laughing. They're laughing. Yet the South African government wants to convince us that they're showing us what bed bridge, what. Meanwhile, there are places where there's nothing. There's no security. People just walk in.
Made it across. This one, for women and children, is full of stories of desperation and despair.
To just do something, I will go. But if I don't have anything, I'll stay.
How are you feeling right now?
You know, someone is going to say, Uncle P, you must feel sorry for them. These are your fellow African sisters, your fellow African brothers. You know why I don't feel sorry for them? It's because you insulted South Africa and you laughed at South Africa like the white man owns your land. The white man is the one who's in control. You guys chased the white man out of your land. You own your own land. You are landowners. So, what now? South Africa found a way to live with their oppressors. They found a way to live in unity with foreigners and everyone in peace, so that their land can be the way it is. It can produce fruit and feed their children. You laughed at them and you mocked them. Now you want us to feel sorry for you when you are crying for the decisions that your guys made. You guys brag about that in Zimbabwe, as we have land, we own our land, we can build them. Why are you coming to South Africa to acquire money and resources here to go build your country? Why are you coming to the white man's land? The white man's land, as you call it. You see the hypocrisy. And then we must feel sorry for you.
My life is too tough. It's very difficult.
For some, the crossing isn't so easy. Entrapped by smugglers promising a better life. This 14-year-old girl was trafficked here with her sisters 2 years ago and hasn't seen them since.
I've gone through a lot, like they will pass through people, were robbing people. Some of them were taken away and some of them were raped. And then I ended up living here in this shelter.
No commodity on the floor.
Men too are battered and bruised as they pass through shelters, on their way to South Africa's big cities looking for work. For many, Johannesburg is the goal. the city of gold known for its mining.
Let me just pause. Did you see how beautiful the city of God looks now? Did you see how beautiful it looks? Now, when you come to a place that looks that beautiful, why would you want to destroy it? Why would you want to harm it? Why not come in and look at where you are coming from, where it's nonsense, and see this beauty and want to be a part of it and make it better? But look at what they are doing instead.
Now a trap of poverty and persecution. This is rare access into one of Johannesburg's hijacked buildings. This used to be a hospital and now it's home to hundreds of people who can't afford to live anywhere else. It is decrepit, it's falling apart, there's rubbish everywhere. This is not a livable situation.
Can you see that condition? South Africans would never. If you go to South African squatter camps, and I think I've shown you guys how they do make effort to clean. Even in their poverty, they try to be clean. You leave your country where it's filth. You come to somebody's country and you bring more filth. That used to be a hospital. And they hijacked that building. So are you trying to tell me that the South African government does not have any power? They do have power. But because of corruption and chowing money from these countries, they can't just kick these people out. Because then they will be exposed. For these people to enter the way they are entering and doing what they are doing, is because the government is involved. They are chowing money from these nations. That's why you see these people, like Julius Malema, loves Zimbabwe. Let's watch.
Water from.
So do you drink from this water?
People drink from this. People use this water for everything.
You see the way the water is running, and then you tell us that we have deficiency of water, we're lacking water, there's no water. But look at that. It's running. It's constantly running. They don't care, guys, because they don't pay tax. It's not their country. It's ours. Yes, ours. For those imbeciles saying that I should stop saying ours. Ours. Because I pay tax. We pay for that water that they keep it running. Just a few days ago, I didn't have water at the house. Last year, we went 9 days without water. A few months before, 7 days. But look at them. They've got water running, they even let it run because they don't care. They don't care about us taxpayers, the people who are actually trying to make this country better.
There's life in these corridors. Children spilling out of the small rooms. But other corridors, burnt and blackened, speak to the death that's come from this destitution.
3 kids died in here. Some of the community tried to somehow rescue or switch the fire, put the fire off with buckets and everything. As you saw, our water supply is very slow, so we couldn't make it in time. So there's a kid that died holding this buckler like this.
But for some foreigners who make it here, there's little other choice. So you'd rather be in this hijacked building than be back home in Zimbabwe?
For the meantime, there's nothing that I'll be doing.
This is the place for those who have nowhere else to go.
Human rights attorney Nomzamo Zondo has represented the residents of 120 unlawfully occupied buildings.
120 unlawful occupied buildings. Human rights activists, these are our problem. These people are our problems. They care more about foreigners and trying to give them a better life instead of turning around and seeing, guys, you can't, my children right now, they've allowed me to record. They're very quiet in their room and playing. Imagine my son comes to me, says to me he's hungry, but I choose to feed my neighbor's child first. You are a human rights activist for foreigners, illegal foreigners who are hijacking buildings and destroying your country, using the resources for free. While your own people are also suffering. They are being laughed at. 75% of South African youth is unemployed. Nigerians are here telling us 20 million of you are poor. They are mocking South Africans. Meanwhile, the poverty of South Africa is literally being created by people like this who care more for other people. These people do it to fill up their pocket. They don't care for Zimbabweans, Mozambicans, and all these people. They just want to seem like they are holier than thou. If you are holier than thou, feed your children at home first. at 10% tithing and offering when in your house there's no bread. This is why Africa is falling.
She says undocumented immigrants are being blamed for conditions here in the inner city after walking through open borders.
The call, I think, has to be one that says, once you are here, how do we make sure that you are regularized here, that you know who you are and you contribute to this economy? And therefore, we actually need to have a conversation around what we do to fix the country, as opposed to thinking that just simply pushing out, hating, hurting our African brothers will help us.
You see, this is an ignorant statement. This is what do you mean fix our country? Fix their country. So you want to take them, legalize them, integrate them into the society, like you say, have them take jobs that belong to South Africans who are already suffering. They're the ones who are destroying the country. So you say that we are blaming them from destroying the country. Are they not? Did they not hijack those buildings? Are they not the ones who are destroying it the way they are? What are we even saying? What are we saying? Can you see? You know, the problem with people, they think just because they speak English, they are saying intelligent shit. Just because they were educated, they went to university, they got degrees and all this, they are saying that's why I say I question all these people, all these intelligent people. Come and debate me. I will show you that your kindness is misled. This kindness this woman is showing these foreigners was supposed to be shown to South Africans first. If South Africa had zero poverty, it would be easier to help others. How can you feed others when you can't feed your own? Make it make sense.
There's a growing call for the mass deportation of illegal immigrants, a rallying cry here in Soweto. Once a fringe xenophobic witch hunt, Operation Dudula has become an organized movement with increasing support.
Many people here, they don't work, and the illegals are working, and of which is not fair to the South Africans.
So when the modern South African state was made in 1994, Mandela was felt strongly about having open borders, about welcoming Africans from across the continent. What do you think about that?
I think that is the highest level of sellout. You can't, when South Africans were in exile, they were in camps, and they were restricted to go to other part of those countries. So why do you allow foreigners?
Pause. This is the one thing that people never say. They always brag about when you guys were during apartheid, we housed you guys. They housed South Africans in camps. That's the truth. They kept South Africans in camps and they were not allowed to go into the cities. But when you come to South Africa, the city of gold all of a sudden is yours. Sunnyside is all of a sudden yours. Johannesburg CBD is all of a sudden is yours. Germiston all of a sudden is yours. You are a refugee, but you are able to go back to your country during vacation and holiday and come back.
To go all over in South Africa and run business and make girlfriends. And I mean, South Africans, they can't even have their own girlfriends because the foreigners have taken over the girlfriend space.
From the girlfriend space to the employment space, pressure.
Madam Faith, why you have to bring girls here? Okay. Hey, that guy, they took his girlfriend. That one. Hey, guys, you see, don't touch people's women. Now you see, he's wearing a military suit just to deal with you guys because you took his. That took me off.
Is on the authorities to arrest and deport undocumented people, even on a Thursday morning on their way to work. So what happened here?
He doesn't have any document. We ask him to give us proof of identification. He doesn't have. We ask him if he has an ID. He doesn't have any ID. He has never had one. He was born in Zimbabwe.
How are you feeling inside this truck?
I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything. I'm not afraid. Obviously.
You know why he doesn't feel anything? Because he knows he can just walk back. Because remember, he's going to jail. Our tax money is going to feed him. He's going to have internet access. It's going to be nice in prison. By the time they send him back to Zimbabwe, he's just going to walk back. That's why he doesn't feel anything. They don't care, South Africans. Neither does the government.
It's too late. You don't want someone to enter the country illegally. You want the system to function in a way that this doesn't happen in the first place. But I think it is important to send a message out there that we do take this problem seriously, and we are motivated by the rule of law.
South Africa's flawed system has become a trap for foreigners striving for a better life, walking in and being deported out. Yusrel Bagher, Sky News, South Africa. Sky News, South Africa.
Well, guys, there you go. South Africans, listen. This is not about hating foreigners. I'm a foreigner and you have given me, my family, my people, a second chance in your land. For any foreigner that comes to this comment section and insults South Africa, especially when living in South Africa, or even living outside South Africa, we are the problem. We can't fix our own countries. We go to people's countries and destroy it and do nonsense. All I'm saying and all South Africans are saying and all that we've been saying is come in legal. Let us know that you are here. Have a skill set that benefits our country. But instead, you come here, no brain, run your mouth, insult the whole country that is giving you a second chance. The crime rate in this country has gone high. You are rating South Africa as the highest crime country, the highest HIV country, the highest poverty country. They're saying it. You guys read my comments. They come here and say all these things, but what they do not say, they are the ones who are doing it. I didn't say South Africans are perfect, but I would rather have me shit in my own living room and smell my own shit than somebody else to come and shit in my living room and I must smell their shit. I'm your boy Uncle P, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.